Welcome back to Lesscashmoremash. My name's Tom.
And I'm Mike.
And today, Sunday Funday. So today's Sunday Funday was actually a suggestion by Phil Oakes, actually made this suggestion. So thank you, Phil, for this one. And I kind of changed it a little bit. But he originally said, well, because he said we only had 2 of the 4 Roses. And he goes, oh, you should put the 4 Roses up against John J and against Kentucky Spirit. But I took the best. This is the one that actually won the 4 Roses battle. And I threw in a Still Austin. So let's get into particulars on this one. So thank you again. I liked his idea.
Yes,
so I said, I want to see where this does land. You know what I mean? As far as price-wise and stuff. So this is the Kentucky Spirit. We got it at $57.97. It's 101 proof on this one against the OESK, the new barrel that we have. Again, this one comes in at 100 proof. We got it for $44.99. And I grabbed the Still Austin straight bourbon whiskey that we just recently cracked. This is also 100 proof. It was $79.99 against the last bit of our John J Bowman, another 100 proof one. We got it for $52.99.
That's one of our first starters, though.
No. That was the Isaac Bowman. John J came back from. We can't get it up here. We got it from Virginia when he was down there.
Bowman.
So,
all right.
Yeah. But regular mash mix-up rules. Mike pours them, I'm out of the room. I shuffle them, he's out of the room. We will be drinking the same thing at the same time. You will know what we're drinking because I'll run the B-roll. We'll get right into it. I don't think we're going to dislike any of these. I can be honest with you.
The only one I have probably is the OESK, is the most recent one we've done.
This one. I think we just did this one too.
Yeah, well then mine's a terrible thing anyways. We
just did this one like last week. Probably the most current one.
It's not a crazy nose in one.
Oh, that's good though. I think I'm getting a fruity butterscotch.
There is a fruit to it.
I think it's this. Oh. I'm gonna go with my initial right on the nose. I thought I was smelling it. I mean, it's got some hang time on that.
No, it's tasty. It's not a crazy nose though for me, but
I haven't had this. This has been hiding from me in the back for the longest time. I haven't had this. If that's what this is, I don't know, but I'm guessing. I think I'm getting a fruity butterscotch. I'm sure most of you know this is actually Buffalo Trace juice that they take down and make into their own thing. And I'm getting that Buffalo Trace vibe off of that first glass. That was very good. I haven't had that in a long time. That had a nice viscosity, a good hang time, and a delicious flavor.
If there's one little knock, it's not a crazy nose, but that you don't drink with that anyway, so.
Well, some people do, I guess. Ooh. That's a different nose.
Slip in here.
I'm not sure what's on the nose on this one. It's way different than one, I can tell you.
It is that.
That same little twang that was in the nose is on the palate too. There's a different flavor in that one.
I almost have like a nut finish in it.
Yes, it is almost like I'm going. I was tossed between like a peanut and like a pecan or a walnut.
This one actually kind of sits a little more in your throat. I know they're all 100, 101.
Right.
I mean, that was a baby sip, and it's kind of settling in my throat. So
yeah, I'm getting a hug off of this one myself.
What I don't know though is which one I like better. It's got a different flavor.
This is an oaky one. This is very oaky.
Oh well, it's oak and nut to me.
Yeah, I'm getting more oak than nut, which doesn't surprise me when you say that, because you always say man. I don't know where to go with that though. I think I like it a little bit more than one, but I can't really tell.
I almost have it tied. And
I'm with you. They're very close.
I have it tied. Actually,
I'm
I
gonna
have it back a little bit only because it's a little bit. There's something carrying different in there.
I think it's oak. If
And
I had to
not
guess,
not in a
No.
bad way.
I like it.
But I'm with you.
I'm thinking. Honestly, this is what I'm thinking so far.
I just wrote that.
Is that what you did? I'm thinking that one just because of the fact that it just seems like it's it's hot down in Texas. You know what I mean?
Those 3 is like 0.
I was just gonna say it's not really beaming. You said one was bad, and I didn't know it was bad.
Yeah, well, this is worse.
This one is not screaming out of the glass for sure.
Mm-mm.
That's a whole different palette too. Again, we're just guessing what the bottles are. If anyone's new here, please consider subscribing. We'd love to have you aboard.
That'd be great.
Mike's goal of hitting 5,000 subscribers this year. It's gonna.
It wasn't it yours?
It was mine.
I was gonna say all the ones I was shooting for.
You put out a reasonable one. I'm shooting high.
Yeah,
I'm shooting high.
There you go.
Being that over 70% of the people that watch us are not subscribed, we could get there.
That would be a plus.
You know what I mean? There's a lot of people that watch that just haven't
Use your
subscribed
phone and hit
yet,
subscribe
so.
once, and then go back to the TV wherever you are.
Yep. Love to have you aboard.
Mm-hmm.
This one's different.
This one's to me is kind of weak,
Mm-hmm.
and I wouldn't be surprised if it's in the order where it's at.
And the funny thing is, I agree with you, kind of weak. It's very good for what it was, but it didn't seem as flavorful as the other two.
And or hang time.
Oh, I don't know. Like that last sip right there just hung for a while. I'm gonna bring it back a little bit. It may end up winning out. We'll have to see.
I brought it back. I don't. It's not jumping.
It's lighter and brighter than the other two were like darker and richer to me. Well, this one was fruity though.
It's not really carrying much.
I didn't hate it. I'll be honest with you. I didn't hate it, but
no, it's just
in comparison
to 1 and 2.
I agree with you. I'm agreeing with you. You know. But when you say kind of weak, that implies that it's bad. It's not bad. It's just compared to the other two, it's definitely a step back.
Let me explain it.
Well, I'm just trying to put it for anyone out there because so far, nose-wise, there's nothing coming out of glass. This is way better nose.
4?
4.
Oh, by far. Yeah, I agree.
It's better on a palate too.
Way better.
Yep.
Again, that 3 was almost like whoop.
It was light, bright, and thin.
Yeah,
It really was.
It didn't. You said it carried. It didn't really carry.
I might have took a bigger sip.
This one sticks around way longer.
It feels more oily in your mouth.
This one, it does.
Yeah.
And I'm a little torn now. I'm gonna be 1, 2, 4.
Yeah, I'm gonna
3. 3's the outlier to me right now.
So far, I'm in agreement with you. Yeah, this is gonna have to go up. We're gonna have to knick-knack and bypass 3 on this one.
I'll bring it in. We'll run it, but I know what you're saying.
In order to go head to head, because 3's gonna alter our taste things. But I'm in there with you. Well, there you go. Again, you guys see what we're drinking. We're gonna take a quick break, cleanse our palate. We'll be back in 1 second. All right, so we are back. We're going to start on the right, work our way left.
Wait.
The westerly webbit.
Oh, that's much better.
That is way different.
Well, it's much better.
We got engulfed in conversation.
Mm-hmm. It's all your typical bourbon notes. Caramel.
Mm-hmm. I got your hint of nut in this one. A peanut.
And it has a pretty decent hang time.
Mm.
I don't mind this. This is like this is very traditional bourbon.
Bourbon-esque flavors. I agree with you. No, I agree. Like, this is actually very good.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you're not going out. There's no crazy limb. I'm enjoying that.
That is tasty.
I agree.
That is very good. But I had that up front anyway, so. You know what I mean? I had it.
I had it
I
kind
had it up tied for first or second. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
no,
I was up
I'm
there.
with you.
Mhm.
Again, this nose is not nothing.
No, it got way better.
Yeah, way, but not compared to 4.
Oh, yeah, it's in the same ballpark though. You might have to snort a little bit higher, but
I don't agree. Yeah, I don't agree.
taste wise though, it's not as dark, rich, and thick as what 4 was. It's a little lighter and brighter, just a little bit thinner on it to me.
I switched it to. Yeah, it is. It is. It's.
It's
But
good.
it does hang around now. It does.
Oh
It
no,
does
yeah,
hang
no,
around better this time
yeah,
than the way back. It's.
yeah.
I'm not saying it's going to be as much of an outlier this time.
No,
To me, there's not much in the nose though.
just your brown sugar and vanilla smells. You know what I mean? Like when you muddle them together, just it's there. It's not a thick, dark, and rich.
You got to
caramel.
work at it though. I'm
Mhm.
still going to leave it back. I like 4 better than 3.
Mm-hmm. I think, yeah, we'll have to see when we go back and more. But I think 4 had a little better viscosity. It was a little oilier. It stuck a little better.
I agree.
All right, we'll go on to 2.
This has got a sweet nose.
This is an oaky bugger right here. This one, whatever
But
this one is, this is really bringing like a nice.
I have a sweetness too.
I'm trying to. I feel your sweetness because I was gonna say like a nice sweet oak. It almost reminds me of when I a little bit when I do my Penelopes. Like you get that sweet French oaks, and none of them have the French oak, but it almost smells like
I
that.
almost get
Where
like
it's
a
like
hint of cotton candy when I bury my nose in there, but
well, that's got a nice little rye spice to that one. Like I'm getting a pop rocky on my tongue on that one.
this one does hang on the most actually.
I get a
I'll
pop
give
rocky
you, I'll
on my
give you
tongue.
that. It does have like a little more of a rye.
Yeah.
But then so it starts with a sugary sweetness to like a little nut and then like an oak finish. And this one kind of is one of them. It's one of them that kind of drips down the side of my tongue. So I'm kind of liking the ride of this one. And I don't mind the nose.
That finishes with the best oaky presence. Like that is a nice oaky finish on that one. I like the pop rock on your tongue. These are all 100 proof. So that's almost lighting up my tongue. Not in a bad way. Like it is literally like when you eat pop rocks, it's like popping around on there.
And
I like that one the best so far.
It sits and it seems to drink hotter. And I know that 1 proof is not going to make a difference.
No, I agree. That's what I'm saying. For a 100 proofer, I like that aggression coming out of it. But it's not like it's drinking like
it's not
elbows
hot.
the whole way. It's
no.
just like fireworks on my tongue, where I like it. It's literally like pop rocks bouncing around, but
it sticks around.
A nice, it has a nice viscosity, and it coats very well.
I don't mind this nose either.
Almost splashed my eye.
This might almost be the better of the noses, really.
Maybe for you, because I like that oaky presence that 2 brings. I think we got these 2 nailed on there. That's very fruity.
That was good, but a sweetness with that too.
Yes,
but a different ending.
Yes,
it doesn't have the oak ending.
No, it almost stays with that sweetness throughout. Like it's.
Now I'm torn between 1 and 4. It really doesn't stick around long. That's the other. So I 4 might.
It's very good.
No, it is very good. It is very good.
That last sip stuck around better than the first one. I took a little one. Coming back and forth, it'll be interesting because I agree with you. I think I like that traditional bourbon-esque flavors are going to be a little bit better when we go back and forth to them.
It's
you know what I mean?
It's not sad though.
No, it's right there.
It's not whoop either.
No,
it's
I'll be interested to see.
It's definitely an easier drinker than 4.
I'm kind of right now. I'm going to be like this, but it ain't going to matter. I'm kind of in that mode where I think it's first, second, third, fourth. But we're going to have to go. We're going to have to knick-knack.
That's pretty funny.
Is that where you ended up? That's kind of where I'm at right now. But
I think we have the bottles the way I wrote down the bottles the way they are.
I think that's why I didn't move these two. I think we're at where we're at too. So we're going to finalize our order. We'll be back in 1 second. All right, so we are back, and we actually agree on the order. We may be totally wrong on the bottles. This is what we think they actually are. John J in number 1, Still Austin in 2, Four Roses in 3, and the Wild Turkey in number 4. But I will say, whatever's in glass 1 and what's in, we both agree on this. Any given day, you can mix and match. Whatever glass 1 is, it's fruity, and it's very good. And,
it is.
Whatever's in 4 is like them traditional bourbon-esque, delicious flavors, has a little more of an oaky presence at the end. Mm-hmm. We put 4 a little bit ahead of 1, but at any given day, you can almost tie them too. But I don't want to tie during the thing.
I want to say the one in our eyes is this, but it could be wrong. It's a little easier of a drinker,
right?
But not they're 1 and 4 were very close, but. We edged the other way.
2 hands down stepped up and kicked down the door and just took this
nose-wise,
this whole thing.
And flavor-wise, everything. Yeah. It did. It had a better ride. It had a better flavor, everything. So
yeah. No,
we'll see.
And again, 3, that was our outlier. So we're going to see what that is. So our last place bottle, are you ready over there?
Oh, I got to make sure I got the right page. Put glasses on. We're ready.
Here we go. So our last place bottle, what was in glass number 3, and it's what you put in glass number 1.
Four Roses.
Four Roses. So, this is why Phil actually suggested this, to put it up against some of the other bottles that are well-known. Like John J, we can't get this up here. But down
that's
south,
a sad day.
That's everywhere. No, it is a very good bottle. It really,
is a very good bottle.
We can't get it. We had to bring that in from Virginia. So, this was the best of the Four Roses. And it is maybe the cheapest one on the table at $44. But again, it came in dead last in this blind. So
it really didn't hold its own.
It didn't. It was thinner. It didn't have the finish. It definitely didn't have the viscosity compared to the other 3.
I agree.
So, all right. Our third place glass was in glass number 1, and it's what you put in glass number 4.
4 was John J Bowman.
All right. So, and again, this really is. For all the people that chase, if you have a chance of getting the John J Bowman single barrel, we can't get it up here. It's $52.99, but it is absolutely delicious, and it is Buffalo Trace. So all the people that are paying, Steve just went to a store the other day, and they had Eagle Rare for like just under $100, and it just makes me sad. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy. It's
Eagle Rare, really?
Yeah. So
around us, we can get that usually.
But the stores close to us, it was a store that I used to go to all the time. It was my favorite store.
This was a very, very, very close tie.
It was to whatever 4 is, and let's see what that is right now. So in our glass, our second place glass was in glass number 4, and it's what you put in glass number 2.
2 would be Wild Turkey.
All right, so the Kentucky Spirits. So we actually went 4 for 4 on guessing the bottles. And again, if you wanted you couldn't get any more traditional bourbon-esque flavors. This was a very good pour.
And it was like, do you want an easier drinker with a little more fruit? Actually, a lot more fruit.
Right.
Or did you want traditional bourbon with a little more hang time? And that we kind of went with the hang time on that. So
now, those 2 could have been interchangeable. What wasn't was this new Still Austin that we just cracked. Again, it was the most expensive. It is $79.99 is what we paid for it. But man, I will tell you, everything, the nose, the flavor, the oakiness, it brought me to like when I do my Penelopes. It has a sweet, oaky flavor at the end. It's hands down the thickest one, the best flavored one on the table. So
it was that. And then I know we've given fair, middle, and grades that she didn't approve of, but this one.
Oh, that was the sample.
This was A+.
This is hands down.
Fantastic.
This is the champion of the day.
It
wasn't even in the like we didn't even hesitate on which one was better. No. That one stepped ahead.
Front, back, we had the same.
Oh yeah.
So.
Oh no, definitely. So there you go. That's Sunday Funday. If you want to see a future Sunday Funday, leave a comment down below. I do have a bunch of you guys written down and stuff like that, but this was some of the more current stuff. And I really wanted to see where this would place in, the lineup of stuff that you can regularly find on the shelves.
And they are regularly out there right now.
No, these are.
Yeah, they are.
Because they're brand new. They're
They are.
100%. But, you know, with new, everybody wants to buy it
for
and
us,
stuff.
though.
Correct.
I don't know.
No, they're new everywhere. These are, they just made these recipes. So
I get it, but does it travel?
Oh, yeah, we don't know if it's
or is it the
everywhere.
benchmark?
No,
it only goes to 5 states.
No, I think these guys go everywhere. So, but again, you can, if you want to see a future one, leave a comment down
nose
below.
Is crazy with this.
This actually is a banging bottle. If you have not tried this, and I think we got this at Total Wine actually. If you have, because I think the one I always stumble on them when I do that. If you have not tried that, it is well worth the money. Because out of the 100 proofers, this is definitely the champion today. Not even a question. Yep. So
it is by far.
Well, there you go. That being said, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you, Phil, for this suggestion.
Yes. 100%.
Spend less, drink more. Cheers.